Hey, Tommy from the Run Testers. Recently, we did our Best Running Shoes Guide 2025, where we covered off our top 3 shoes across a series of categories. Now, those 3 shoes were the ones that were picked based on all of our voting, and there were lots of shoes that we discussed that weren't included in that video. So this follow-up series is where each of us is going to talk about the shoes that we would have put in and why we picked our favourites. Right, let's dive in and see which ones I picked. But before we start, a little bit on my own running style and the type of running that I've been doing over the past few months so that you can gauge it against the shoes that I've picked. I haven't really been training for a lot this year. I've pretty much been focused on enjoying running and focusing a little bit more on parkrun times as opposed to marathon times. I will be doing a marathon in Loch Ness with Nick in September, but I won't really be going for a time. I'll probably just be jogging that to enjoy it because I've not really been training for a marathon distance. So at the moment, my marathon time is probably about 3 hours 30. My 5k time is at the moment about 18:30. I still seem to be holding on to some speed, and most of the training that I'm doing is really easy runs, general runs, and a little bit of racing, but I'm not doing loads and loads of interval sessions and speed work at the moment. So that will have that has an impact on the shoes that I picked for this year. So the first category is race shoes. So there have been some absolutely fantastic race shoes out over the last few months, and it's been a joy racing in some of them. The 3 shoes that I have picked that went into our voting, the third pick that I had was the Saucony Endorphin Elite 2. Now this is actually a tricky one for me because I actually probably enjoy running in this shoe the most. I really like soft shoes, I like bouncy shoes, I like comfortable shoes, and you get all those things from the Endorphin Elite 2. The only reason that I put it lower in my list is that I don't think it's as aggressive, I don't think it's as fast as some of the other shoes that I picked. The second one I went for was the Hoka Cielo X1 2.0. Now this shoe I absolutely love. I've used it for 10Ks and 5K distances, and it's fast. I love this shoe. I think it's really, really fast for those distances. The only reason that I didn't put it number 1 is because I think it's really tailored more towards shorter distances for somebody like me. The midsole is really energetic, it's really nippy, but if I was running a half marathon or a marathon, I'd probably go for something a little bit softer and a little bit bouncier than what you get from this. It feels like it really kicks in to gear for me around 10k distance. It'd probably be fine for a lot of other people at marathon distance, but for me I just like a little bit more cushioning and a little bit more midsole in there for longer distance running. The top pick I had, which is the one that eventually won anyway, is the Puma Fast R3. Now this shoe is quite similar in some ways to the Cielo X1 2.0, but there's just a bit more to that midsole. It's quite an aggressive shoe. It's definitely a very fast shoe. I like the bounciness of the midsole. I like the combination with the carbon fiber plate. It is probably the fastest shoe out at the moment, and I've raced in this over a couple of 5Ks and a 10K at the moment, and it's a fantastic shoe for those distances. It feels really, really good. I'd love to use it for a half marathon. I haven't got any coming up that I'll be using it for over the next few weeks, but it's a fantastic shoe, and it's well worth the first place spot that it got in the Best Running Shoes Guide. Second category we had was Best Daily Shoes. Now this category is designed for a shoe that sits into a rotation. So you've probably got a carbon plate race shoe, you've probably got an easy run shoe. This is one that sits in the middle for those daily efforts where you want to run a bit faster, where you want to maybe use it as a training partner to a carbon plate shoe, depending on the sort of runner that you are. And there's a lot of factors that come into this category, including things like price, including things like versatility. So my third pick for this was a Saucony Endorphin Speed 5. Not a lot has changed in the Speed 5. It's still just a solid, really, really good, versatile daily shoe. It skews more towards the faster efforts. It's got a bit more of a firmer midsole than you get in some shoes, especially daily shoes. But it is very fast, very comfortable to wear, and can handle pretty much anything. It's not a perfect easy run shoe, but you can definitely go out and have an easy run this and it's fine. My second pick, which is probably would have been first if it wasn't for this amazing top shoe that won it, is a Superblast 2. Fantastic shoe, pricey, but really, really nice for longer sessions at a faster pace, marathon training. It's comfortable, it's smooth, there's a lot of padding on it, a lot of cushioning. It's just a really enjoyable, smooth, fast shoe for those long distances. I wouldn't say it's the most versatile shoe. I don't think it's great for things like interval sessions, but as a partner for a marathon race shoe, it is absolutely fantastic and one of the most enjoyable shoes I've used. The top shoe in this was the Adidas EVO SL. This shoe just came out of nowhere at the end of last year, and it's been the most enjoyable shoe I've been running in over the past few months. Most importantly is it's the price. I would put this equal to or above the Superblast 2 for a lot of things, but I think it's definitely more versatile. I think it feels a lot nippier when you put this on. I feel like I just need to run a bit faster in it. It's got a lovely bounce in it. It's very comfortable to wear, and I even like this for easy runs just because that softness in the midsole just feels really good. The only issue is it's not particularly stable shoe, so that makes it not necessarily great for some people, especially beginners. But for the price, it is a fantastic option, and just works so well alongside a carbon plate race shoe if you want something for faster training sessions in, and other types of sessions as well, whether that is a comfortable daily run or an interval session or something like that. So yeah, this won the category. When it comes to cushion shoes, I'm pretty much focused purely on those easy day runs, those recovery runs, sometimes longer runs at a nice comfortable pace, but really I'm looking for softness, I'm looking for a nice smooth ride, and I'm not really looking for any sort of versatility or anything like that. So the shoe that I would have picked was the New Balance More V5, but the New Balance More V6 is out and we haven't tested that yet. So instead of that, I've gone for the Brooks Ghost Max 3. I'm not a massive fan of this shoe, but I haven't tested a lot of really good cushion shoes over the past few months, and I think this is still a very good, solid, all-round option. It's very comfortable to wear. It's got a nicely balanced midsole. It's not the softest one out there, and it's probably nice and accessible for a lot of people, especially if you don't want a really soft, squishy cushion shoe that probably has a lack of stability. There's still a good level of stability in this, and it's just generally a good all-round cushion shoe if you're looking for some comfort and you want to tick off a lot of miles. The Brooks Glycerin Max, similar in the way that it's got a nice big base on it. The midsole is obviously quite a thick stack of midsole, but it's a bit more to this shoe than you normally get in your standard cushion shoes. It does feel like it's a little bit more responsive. It feels like there's a little bit more energy return in it. A nice heel to toe transition. I'd say this is more in the easy world than something like the Superblast 2, but I think it's getting more towards those sorts of shoes where you might want to pick up the pace a little bit if you're doing longer runs. Fantastic for easy sessions, fantastic for comfort. Very much like this shoe, and it's definitely one of the best options out there if you're looking for a high stack cushion shoe. The top pick for me, which actually won the category as well, is the Saucony Hurricane 25. Now this shoe, there's a few changes to this from the Hurricane 24, but that shoe for me was pretty much perfect for what I use it for. I like the big wide base on it. It's got a really smooth transition to it. It just feels really nice to run for a long time in this shoe. That's helped by some of the stability elements in it as well. Really guides your foot nicely into that smooth transition and just feels so comfortable when you're out on the run. It's not the most versatile shoe. None of these shoes are massively versatile, apart from maybe the Brooks Glycerin Max to an extent. But it's really, if you want a nice easy day shoe that just feels really comfortable and smooth, it's a great option, and it gives you those extra stability elements as well if you need a little bit of stability. Now, the best all-rounder shoe is a shoe that we classify as a shoe that you would buy if that was the one shoe that you were going to buy. If you didn't have a rotation, you'd get an all-rounder shoe that you could use for easy days, that you could use for daily training sessions, you could do faster sessions in it, and you could even go up to doing the actual race itself in that shoe. So if you're looking for a cost-effective way to train, if maybe you're a beginner, you don't want to buy loads of new shoes, these are all good options for if you're moving through those elements and you want something that can do it all. So my third pick for this was the Mizuno Neo Vista 2. I was a massive fan of the original Neo Vista. It's just a really bouncy, enjoyable, fun shoe that just has loads of energy return, but a really nice soft midsole. Perfect for easy runs, Really good at those daily miles and a really fun shoe to run in, but also you can pick up the pace nicely in it as well. Mizuno Neo Vista 2 is much of the same, but the midsole is a little bit softer. There's a little bit more bounce in this shoe, and it's just a little bit of a nice upgrade on the original Neo Vista. So great shoe, this one, and one of my favorite fun shoes in my collection. My second pick was the Asics Novablast 5. Not as exciting for me as the Neo Vista 2, but a really solid all-round shoe. The Novablast range has varied over its last few versions. Some of them I liked, some of them I wasn't really a big fan of. This one I think is probably the best all-round one. I think it ticks a lot of boxes, this shoe. The midsole is nicely balanced. There's a lot of cushioning in it. It's very comfortable to wear, but it's not a particularly big clunky shoe. It's fairly versatile. You can definitely do nice easy runs in this. You can do lots of miles, and it's very comfortable, but it's also got a bit of speed in it as well. I wouldn't say it's the fastest shoe out there, but it's definitely a shoe that if you're going out and maybe you're a more general runner, you can go out and do a nice comfortable interval session in this. And I've seen this shoe on a lot of feet on the start line of races, including marathons as well, because it just ticks all those boxes for a certain type of runner. So the Novablast 5 is the second pick for me, and the top pick is no surprise, is the Adidas EVO SL, which I've talked about already in this video. But as an all-rounder shoe, it's very, very good, especially considering the price. You can definitely race in this shoe. I haven't raced in it yet, but I've done faster sessions in it, and it's felt so good and fast and poppy. It hasn't got a plate in it, but it still feels like there's loads of energy return in it. The only limitations of this are the stability, which I mentioned before, and for easy sessions, for some people it's probably not the best shoe out there. For me, I actually quite like it for easy sessions. I think it works really, really well. If I was going on holiday and I was going to take a pair of shoes with me and I was training for something, this would be my top pick for it. Finally, best value shoes. Now this is a category that we choose based on the cost, durability, the all-round versatility of a shoe. So if you're really worried about the money side of shoes, these are good options if you want something that will tick a load of boxes, which is a little bit similar to the all-rounder shoes, but the price is the main focus of these. So the third pick for me was the Novablast 5. Talked about this already. Fantastic all-round shoe, ticks a lot of boxes. Most, if not everybody I speak to who has this shoe is really, really happy with it, and it's nice and durable as well. The second pick, again, the Adidas EVO SL. Now this is in value, not because it's the most durable shoe, but because it does so much. The price of this is really surprising considering how much it can do, and it punches far above that price point. And we compare it a lot with shoes that are significantly more expensive. I would probably put this above a lot of shoes, things like the Superblast 2. This, I think, is probably a better shoe for certain types of runs. I definitely pick this over for things like interval sessions, but I still equally think it's very good for longer sessions as well. So if you compare it with the Superblast 2, which is quite an expensive shoe, this is absolutely fantastic value. I wouldn't say it's the best all-round shoe for everyone. I think something like the Novablast 5 is probably a better pick if you're more of a general runner and you're just clocking up loads of miles. But if you're a runner who predominantly wants to focus on those faster sessions, improving your speed and racing, this is an amazing value shoe. And the top pick for this, which will come as no surprise to a lot of you, is the Puma Velocity Nitro 4. The Puma Velocity Nitro range has always been our top pick for value. It is very, very well priced, cheaper than pretty much any shoe that does the same sort of thing. The newest version has a few changes to it, which is improve on the previous versions. It's a little bit softer in the midsole. There's a little bit more energy return in it, but it really is quite a versatile shoe. It's great for easy runs. The midsole feels really nice and comfortable. You can definitely pick up the pace in this shoe, and you could even race in this shoe. It's probably faster than the Novablast 5 if you're looking at a more general runner and you want a shoe that doesn't cost loads, but you can go and do a race in it, a marathon in it. It really has got all of that. So it's still, for us, the best value option out there, and I've really been enjoying running in this shoe, and I'm glad that the upgrades have been just slight, but enough to make it an improvement on the previous versions. So that's it from me. Those were all of the shoes that I put into my voting for the best running shoes 2025. Thanks a lot for watching. If there's anything that I've missed, hopefully it'll get picked up by some of the other guys in their voting that they did for the best running shoes guide video 2025. But if you think that I'm wildly off and I'm missing some shoes out which I should have picked, please leave a comment. Thanks a lot for watching. Catch you next time.